All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the third episode of the HardStuck Podcast. You might be wondering why there's just two of us, being me, Tyler Huntis, in the little corner, and Ale in the big screen. We unfortunately had some
No.
difficulties with the recording of the full episode of the third episode of the full HardStuck Podcast, which is like an hour and a half long. Thing is, our producer didn't record it. It was our first time doing a live stream on Twitch, and so now we're just gonna give you all a brief recap. Hopefully, it's brief and it won't be longer than the actual one, but it shouldn't be because there's just two of us. But yeah, I'm joined here with Ale
Well,
to give us like a 30 minutes like little recap of everything that we discussed in the previous episode. But yeah, hope you guys find it interesting. It's basically just be talking a lot about ROSTERMANIA, what happens, and yeah. So let's get straight into it. Firstly,
very interesting.
I think the one of the biggest pieces of news that people probably don't know about is Mixwell retiring. Well, let's get into Team Heretics right now. Mixwell retiring.
All right.
Damn. I saw him. I actually got a
That's a
photo
big
with
one.
him at Champs, and I'm kind of sad. He's a really cool dude. And
Yeah.
yeah, we're not gonna see him next year, but it is what it is. Yeah,
Fortunate. And it was up to him. He wanted to retire now. But I mean, I don't blame him though. It's like living a whole year in Berlin when he's like has a family pretty much. I think his
crazy.
girlfriend is pregnant or something. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, he's got his life still plenty ahead of him. It's starting to more of an
Yeah.
adult now than most of these guys.
He's more an adult. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Only a couple players are married
So
at the moment. I think Solak is one of them. Correct. Yeah.
Tag,
Chronicle.
Melser,
Chronicle's married, bro. Is like
uh,
18 or something too, or
Chronicles.
20.
Yeah.
He's young, bro.
Imagine getting well. I mean, I don't blame him though. Like he has like a life already.
That's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah. So,
Mixwell is retiring, and that's kind of crazy. But let's talk a little bit more about
yeah.
Heretics. The potential
All right. Well,
roster. What's that gonna look like, Ale?
well,
Our main league
it
man.
actually looks good though. I mean, well, we have Boo. Well, they basically keeping and Benji,
Benji makes sense. They
and they're
just
bringing
signed him
Benji
too.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah. So it was a surprise that they were keeping Boo. Honestly, it was a surprise to me. They were releasing
He's,
a
he was
Boba
a he was
and
a little
Kellogg's.
low on the leader stat
He's
leaderboard.
yeah, he's like like one of the top 10 worst players of all VCTs.
That's crazy. I
So
from what I've heard, he's a really
yeah,
nice guy and everything, but it doesn't matter if you're nice.
but
You have
yeah,
to be good. To want to survive. But I guess it doesn't matter for
yeah.
Boo because he's still
From
here.
doesn't matter.
That's
It's
all that matters.
IGL though, so I
Yeah,
guess that counts a lot.
I get.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so. Um,
yeah.
but yeah. Keep going about the roster changes on the heretics that you heard.
Uh, so pretty much these are like the three main names they have. And it's like Mini Boo, which is Boo's brother.
Is it actually Boo's brother?
Uh, it's actually Boo's brother. Yeah,
Oh, actually, so we're gonna see like potentially a duo.
yes.
I
We're gonna
mean,
see. Yeah, probably gonna see both friends, both brothers. Then we have Wood, which is a crack Turkish Player.
I don't think I've heard of him.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean neither. It just I saw a little bit of him, not much, but he's insane.
What
He's like
tier 2 team was he on?
5 plus.
Fire Plus.
They were in the yeah, it was like one of those like Turkish teams like with a bunch of big names.
I think he'd be a good player
You can say,
potentially if we see what his potential is because we've seen a lot of cracked Turkish players, especially this year.
oh yeah,
So I'm looking forward to
yeah,
that.
he's like alpha. He's like another alpha
Alpha
in that
2.0.
level. Yeah,
Okay.
alpha 2.0.
Alpha 2.0. All right.
Yeah, and then yeah, and then we have another one. His name is Reigns.
I feel like I've heard that
which
name
is
somewhere.
yeah, probably. It's it was maybe it was like a wood teammate on Fireplace. It's like another Turkish player.
Yeah. More
Yeah,
Turkish players. Okay.
more
All right.
Turkish players. Yeah, yeah.
Nope. Nope.
I mean, yeah, it's a stack roster by potential though. We'll see how he ends up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, but
All
we'll
right.
see. Yeah. And
See.
then who else we get into? You want to talk about Koi or Carmine Corp? Which one's that? Which one's more interesting to you? The rumors that we've had as of
I feel both.
yeah, both.
Honestly, both. But I feel like it's like shorter with Carmine Corp. It's pretty much just like well, they signed Enk. He was ex coach from Gambit, that cracked Gambit with Red
Oh
Garnett.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That,
So
especially if Rhaegar joined.
yeah. So that's another one. So they're trying with Redgar and Enzo, and they're keeping Sheen. That's it, Redgar and Enzo in one thing is gonna be amazing though. Honestly.
It does sound pretty interesting. I'd love to see that. Sounds really
Oh yeah.
cool.
I'd love to see it too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Then oh, that's pretty much what. Well, and then they dropped the entire roster pretty much besides Sheen. It's the only one they're keeping.
Wow, like Scream's gone.
Screen's
Gone.
gone, which honestly I don't see him in anything though. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah,
His
uh,
brother's gone too, right? Navera?
yeah. Nivera's gone to Miss Ware's gone to, and I forgot the name of the other guy. XMS, I think.
Yeah, I think it was XMS.
It was XMS. Yeah. Yes, and
I'm praying that New Zera just
now with
doesn't join the
code.
team though. New Zera, remember the guy just like dipped.
Yeah.
It's like we're not doing good.
Uh,
I'm out of here. Later, guys.
yeah, yeah. I'm honestly, if I would like a tier two team, I wouldn't pick a guy like that
I
though.
wouldn't either. No, I don't care what kind of experience
Yeah,
he
yeah, I
has.
would.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have like competitor mentality. You don't want that on a team. I feel like you just bring
No,
your
no,
team
no.
down
You don't want. Yeah, yeah.
in terms of their mental. Yeah, I
Oh
don't want
yeah.
them
I mean, if you think about it, he left and they brought the second coach, and they were doing better.
better,
So they
better
were like,
player,
okay.
better mentality. I mean, they did look better.
Exactly.
That's
So
crazy. I remember watching those games live. Afterwards, all that drama unfolding was
that was
amazing because of sideshows like Maldi
yeah.
and all that.
Oh my,
What a time! What
that
a
was
time to
crazy to
watch.
see. Yeah.
But it's funny.
It was funny to see their
It
games
was
though,
funny.
honestly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny. All right. And then well now with Koi, well pretty much we have the um Coldamenta and Wolfen are out, I think. Just that's huge.
It's
And they
crazy.
have like
Yeah.
what like more yeah. And they're trying with like plus 30 players somewhere around there.
Really?
I don't know how yeah, yeah, that's how they're doing it.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I
From
mean,
what
they
is
have like half a year to figure all that out, but like, still,
oh yeah.
crazy.
But I heard all the all the EMEA teams they want to rush it. Like they want to, like they said, like by the end of next month they want to have all their teams
Ready?
already.
Crazy.
Because if they need to make any changes, yeah,
They have plenty of
because like
time
if they
then,
need to
yeah.
make any changes, exactly.
So I feel like
So
what
that's
we're
why
gonna
pretty much.
see is EMEA basically the rosters get sorted out first, more or less, and then it's probably gonna be Americas and the Pacific. We haven't really heard much news
Yeah,
about the Pacific League. I would say there hasn't
Pacific is quiet.
been
There's some stuff.
like I've been hearing some
Yeah,
stuff about like Data Vision and DFM's like
Twitter.
rosters just like completely exploding, and like some news about
Same
like
with
T1,
Global Esports.
yeah, Global
Yeah,
Esports too, and then like I've been hearing some rumors about like T1 a T1 player, and then placement, and then I think the coach of um Team Secret as well. I think might be out, but we'll
Team
see.
Secret is also yeah, yeah, and some of the players too. I hear they were out too.
Oh really? Yeah.
Obviously, Jing is out from Paper X. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that'll be interesting to see what player comes in this.
Well, I heard Forsaken's brother wanted to join
Yeah,
HyperX.
that's how I don't.
So,
Yeah, he has experience in CS:GO, right?
yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
we'll see.
I wouldn't. We'll see. I
Oh,
mean, they
you know
have
what's
plenty
gonna
of
be
time to
crazy
see
though?
if they were.
What's gonna be crazy? Saya player
Mhm.
from T1 comes from Overwatch. We have Benji Fishy coming from Fortnite, and then we have
From
Forsaken's
Fortnite,
brother coming from like CS:GO, like
come
straight.
from
Like all
CS.
these really young kids just coming straight into the game after having like no like experience in the game, just going right into to these like tier 1
Oh yeah,
teams and
to
orgs.
tier one.
But
Kind
yeah,
of like Carpe when he joins T1.
or no, sorry, I was talking about Carpe and not Saya player. I don't know why I said Saya
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And that Carpe
It's
Ace was
crazy.
pretty
It's
clean too during champs. Um,
yeah. When at the beginning he had some issues, which is understandable though.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happened with Koi. Then let's see. We have some rumors from Liquid as well that Solkas and Redgar are out of the team, which
This,
is understandable,
yeah, it's
honestly.
understandable. It's kind of crazy. Like Soulcast has been on the
Yeah.
team for so long. Um, that's kind of hard to see him without. I heard he's very. The reason why they kept him so long is because his mentality in the team. Like he's like the Zelsa's of Cloud
Yeah.
Nine from what I've heard. He did show up
Yeah.
pretty nicely during champs. I feel like for the most part, I haven't really seen Soulcast just like rise above as much as
He has he has his moment.
he has
Yeah.
his
He
moments,
has
but
his
I mean
moments,
like
but
you don't he's not very notable though. You don't see him in the limelight like at all. I think there's only like one time I can really remember in recent memory, that being champs, of him really like popping off. He's not a bad
yeah,
player.
yeah.
He's not a bad player.
No, he's not. But he's
He's
not. He's
he's
too inconsistent.
yeah, I would say he's a decent player. He's not great. You
Yeah.
could say he's good, but I don't know if I don't want to be a hole, but I don't know. I'm very mixed on
No, I mean
Soulcast.
it's a true. Yeah. I mean, he's for a tier one team, he's not good. But
Yeah.
for a tier two team, he's a god though because like
Oh
the
yeah.
experience, like how's good. Yeah, yeah.
He'd be
But
very good
for
on tier two
it's
team.
liquid. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, at the
Maybe
end of the day,
maybe
it's
he would
liquid
join
though.
Apex if one of the Apex players, or unless they run it
Oh
back.
yeah.
I think he'd be pretty good on like
Well,
Apex.
I mean, Enzo. I mean, Enzo for sure is leaving, and then what else? Stick, Magnum. I haven't heard nothing from Apex.
Yeah, I haven't really
I
heard
haven't
anything
heard
from them.
nothing of their players. Yeah, and I mean Keiko has it like tough right now because like the nerf of the jet.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
And then
What else for Mia?
there's also a there's also a chance that Saif might leave.
He was that's kind of
We
crazy to
don't.
think about though, because like Safe is like I think is like one of if not the highest rated player from during the
It was
season.
one of the top for sure. Yeah. It was one of the top for sure.
I don't know. Okay, now I'm thinking about
Well,
safe. I remember I think it was one of I think it was the second day. Um, I remember there was a tech pause going on, and then safe was gone. If I'm correct, he
oh,
had to take a just say a dookie. It was funny. He had some bathroom
Dookie.
problems. Pretty sure. I don't know why I'm bringing that up.
He
I
wants
just
to
thought it
rush
was
it, bro.
funny. Yeah, bro, just had to go.
It is fun. It's funny to see. I remember from Alpha too. Like it's funny to see when players like they just run all the way to the
Yeah.
bathroom though.
Bye bye.
Yeah, it's
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, it's hilarious.
um. All right, and then what else? I haven't heard
Uh,
any
well,
news on Giants yet, nor BBL. Um. Yeah. Um,
BBL. I mean, from what I know, they were pretty much only keeping Brave right now.
as of now,
Yeah,
yeah, because this is still like
as
this
of
is
now.
this is like a rumor because it's still pretty early, I would say. But just Brave, like pretty much
Yeah, yeah.
overhauling their entire roster is quite insane. Um,
It's insane.
wow.
And then what else? Giants. I mean, I know Giants are planning to stick with their players unless someone's buy a player out.
Bro,
That's the only
imagine if like
reason.
Fatino gets bought out. Bro is so good during champs.
Yeah,
I
I
could
mean,
I could see
out of
like Cloud leaving
out
to
of the
like Team Liquid maybe. That'd be pretty
to
cool.
liquid. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be a pretty big buyout because bro is like
That would be
pretty young
insane.
and good. Definitely see like filling that
For how
role.
much how much the
Bro,
buyout
I don't know. I
will
don't
be?
know how much money he's worth. It'd be pretty crazy to calculate though, but yeah.
But
Um
yeah,
okay, but like if
I
so
know he was more but yeah,
so
yeah,
Team Liquid, if that if you really think about it. We know Yampi extended his contract in 2020. And then
yeah.
Nats is Nats. He's staying on Team Liquid. We know that.
That is not. He's
So
yeah. Nuts is nuts.
yeah, bro, so good. So good after all these
Unless
years.
unless look unless Carmine Courts wants to buy him out though,
Bro, they got the money, right? Do they?
they
I don't
got the
know.
money.
Koi doesn't
They
have the
got the
money though.
money.
Koi doesn't have the money.
Of course they got the money. Yeah,
No. Uh,
but Carmine Cup does so.
yeah, okay, maybe, but more or less, we're probably gonna see Yampy and Nats next year's
And
roster.
that's staying. Yeah,
So that means like
and
three of the
then
players from Liquid are gone. Crazy. Um,
I know.
and then so let's get into Navi. Actually,
Well, we
I'm getting a little bit of Navi.
all right.
So not you. When you mentioned this, I was
Well,
like, oh sh. I was like, no way. Doombro is apparently leaving Navi. Mentioned to me.
Bloomberg might be leaving Navi. Yeah,
Might be
yeah.
not.
There's there's a chance because they're looking into coaches, and if they find one, well, Dumbrus is out.
Really, it's kind of. I feel like Doombro is
Yeah,
one of the best coaches in the
I feel
world,
that too.
and especially like
I,
if Cena
I
is
guess.
out and Artis is back in, you could see the old one of the best. I want they're
The
not
old,
old lineup,
old
but
FPX.
like the FPX lineup just like
Yeah,
returned pretty
yeah.
much.
That was just stock roster. Oh my god! Also, that roster was so good though.
And then
That's
okay,
insane. Well,
I mean
there's also a chance that Sepan might leave though.
yeah, I was about to
So
get into that too. Japan might leave, and I mean like it'd be kind of crazy. Like artist comes back in and then Zipan leaves. Like, are we not gonna get the full roster back? You know, like damn, bro,
yeah,
that kind of
I
sucks.
know.
Like,
But I mean, the thing with Artis, his budget is huge though.
yeah,
That's the
I
thing.
feel like it might have shrunk a little
And
bit though after. Like, I'm
mm,
not saying like a little bit as
I
in
mean,
like, but like a little bit
I
as in
get what you
like
mean. I'm
couple
yeah, but I remember it's
couple
like
grand.
contract wise. It's contract wise. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna change though. Even though like his value is less, if it's like contract says 1 mil, it's like 1 mil. So it's gonna be tough.
Me too. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
All
Navi,
right.
some interesting. All
Mhm.
right. I can't think of
All
anything
right.
else from Amia at the moment. Let's just
Oh,
get in.
we have vitality though.
Oh yeah. There's so many teams.
Yeah, there are too many.
Vitality. We know what we basically know that
Yeah.
two players are for sure out. That puts in rest in peace. And then
Molsy
Bone
and
Cold.
Bonko, yeah.
So that's three. Yeah.
And Molsy also.
Halsey.
That's three.
Ago?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago? Let me double check.
It was.
Has he?
I don't know if I know that it was leaked. I don't know if he posted it.
Yeah. Pretty
Also,
sure he did.
Molsy.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh yeah, he did. He did. He did.
yeah, he did. Yeah. Oh, that's not
A
really much
couple
of
days ago.
a leak.
A news? No.
Yeah,
And
Maldi's
then well, we
out.
have Moses out, and one of the leagues is a runner from Diamond Mine. I believe it was a team. Is joining Vitality. That was interesting.
I need to learn more of these tier 2 players. I should know this stuff.
Yeah,
um,
trust me, there's a bunch of cracked players there.
yeah, there's crack players everywhere. We're gonna have to see. Um, all right. Now, basically, only two players for sure on
Uh-huh.
Ali or Stain. Pretty.
Yeah, Sender and Destrian.
Uh, they're pretty good during the season, I would say.
Yeah.
Any more EMEA teams? Man, we know that Fnatic is not
I
having any changes.
mean, we have
Chronicle
food.
is staying.
Yeah. There was a rumor. Yeah, there was a
That's
rumor
a
that
stupid
Chronicle
rumor.
and Mimi. Yeah, it was such a stupid. And then we have food that there's a Moch, my leaf.
Maj, that's right. Yeah, Maj might leave.
Mosh, yeah.
I remember this one really cool
And
play to that shit. I was just watching a video about it,
oh yeah,
like top
he's
plays.
good. Yeah. He's pretty
But
good though.
I mean, I feel like if what want to be better, they do need a. I'm not saying like a complete overhaul. Like a change would be good.
And a change of one or two players will be good. Yeah.
So yeah,
At the end of the day, Turkey, there's a lot of cracked Turkish players though.
yeah, agreed.
So
Oh, um,
all right.
all right,
Do you want
yeah,
to start with a big one from Americas?
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
All
big
right.
ones, but yeah, which one are you referring
So
to?
the big
There's some big ones.
Sentinels.
Sentinels. Yeah, well, it's more of a rumor right now, I would say, than it being like confirmed. Of I
But
mean, you would say otherwise, but yeah, just go into it. Just go into the about
okay.
Sentinels.
All right. Well, from Sentinels, we have the pretty much tens Pankara, Stasi, and second are staying.
Hmm.
So we're still gonna have tens for one more year.
Oh, we are.
And well, Marpy's yeah we are. It's probably
Yeah,
renewing.
it
Well,
makes sense to keep
we don't know
second.
that Marpy's gone.
Yeah, Marge is gone.
Oh yeah, Marpy's gone. I'm unsure that ten's gonna be like that flex now.
It's gonna be so
So
weird. It's gonna be
that'll be
so
interesting.
weird. Him as I don't know how I feel about him being a
Yeah.
flex. I mean, I trust
I mean,
in like
with
the coaching staff of Sentinels. Like, I love my boy Drew Spark and all that. Like, I trust his decisions. It just like feels weird. Like, I know that Pincata is like technically like better on Sentinels and stuff, but like he
on
is
smokes.
like a world class as of last year, anyways. A world class smokes player, and it just feels kind of weird. But I mean, like,
Oh yeah.
if they get the groove going, then they could definitely take over for sure with these
Uh,
new roles.
look, if yeah, I feel if they play the roles they should play because like I remember for Champs 2022, Pankara was like the best controller
Hmm? Oh yeah, for
with
sure.
Sassy being the best initiator. Yeah, having them in their positions that'll be amazing though.
Yeah, at least also gets to go back on this
Uh,
year, or less.
oh yeah, more or less
Or
true.
less.
And then yeah, and then well we have that they've been trying out with Balial from the guard
Valen, yeah.
as a new IGL. Yeah,
I mean, it can work.
we
I don't know though.
yeah
Like everything that's been happening with the guard, we'll get more into that. Like, but
we'll get
like,
more into the guard.
oh my gosh, crazy what's been
Yeah, I
happening with
would
him.
love that, but yeah, if he joins Sentinels though,
How how confident would you say that you are in saying that Valen is joining the guard, percentage wise?
well, if the guard is okay, because like, there's the issue with the guard. Should we talk about it? So, because this is related with
Yeah, let's talk
Sentinels
about
and another team.
it. Mm.
Okay, so we all know. that the guard didn't make it to. Well,
Well,
they didn't.
technically,
That's confusing,
it is
but
very confusing. Like
technically they didn't
they
make.
did have
Yeah,
the meeting
yeah,
with got like resolved and all that, but like still,
yeah.
um,
They fucked up with some paperwork pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
And then what they were all when the riots came out and said like they were not gonna be 11 and then they
reverse
went back in that
decision and
decision. Yeah, and we all know that. Well, there's a chance. Well, there's like 14 interesting that roster. For what we know is like G2, Dignitas, FlyQuest, and Disgust.
yeah.
So
I feel like people are talking a lot, or will be talking a lot more about FlyQuest. And like GT is pretty no big, it's no brainer because
G2
that's
is
been
pretty big.
talking
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
for a bit. But I feel like more likely one is probably Dignitas. I feel like that's
Yeah,
more
I can see
likely.
that.
But FlyQuest and
Yeah,
Dignitas,
at the end.
you see it more so because they already have teams in league. Dignitas will probably be
Yeah.
better because they're more stable. FlyQuest, not so much, I would say. But yeah,
Yeah. And then, I mean, I'm sure G2 is gonna be like this the huge order wants to get into and get that roster. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a really stacked roster that can win BCT.
good. Yeah.
So yeah, but the
Imagine
thing, the issue is like,
if
yeah,
the guard or Dignitas or FlyQuest, whatever they change their name to,
whoever.
they like win champs next year or something like that. Like crazy. And it's just like, what are you gonna do? You're
That would
not
be
gonna have
crazy.
them in the partnership league, like have relegation. Get MIB out of here. Get him. We don't need no MIBR.
Yeah,
Get
no,
him. Get him
yeah,
out of here. Ah, yeah.
yeah.
Don't need no
Yeah.
MIBR.
Well, I mean, there's always a chance though.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Having relegation.
yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, wait, if we would have had relegation this year, crew would be out of it though. So it wouldn't be that good though.
We're not talking. We're not. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about crew.
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
We
Okay,
know Nagsent is
wait.
out.
Yeah, we know Nike is out. There's also a rumor that Klaus might leave too.
Rumor though, but talking
It's a
about
rumor.
rumors with Blue, hasn't it been out? Shut up. Shut up. No,
Yeah,
that's not happening.
like Kirsten Vidal. Yeah, that's not happening at all.
Bro, I forgot what
And well, I
stat
know
he
that
had the highest of during champions, but it was these are pretty the ACS
was
or
rating. It
KDA
wasn't rating.
something like that.
No, I think it was yeah, it was something like that. I don't remember too, but it was like that. It was like top two or top one.
I think it was number one actually, or was he? It was one or
Okay.
two. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think it was number one.
It's
Yeah, it's one or two.
still
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's so amazing though.
yeah, he's not gonna be out unless like one of the biggest buyouts takes place, which I don't see happening. To be honest, I don't.
I don't see it. I don't
And
see it
yeah,
either.
but more or
And
less,
then
everything should be set in stone for the other players. We'll see what happens as time goes on. Um,
we'll see.
yeah. All right.
There's another. Yeah, and then we have one from Lab
Yeah, love. We know
that
owner's
pretty much
out.
they're planning to owners
Oh,
out for sure.
we've known about that for a while now. We'll
Yeah, and
you're
we'll see.
you're telling me about
And
like um King. There's a possibility of them or of him maybe going
going
to Crew.
to crew. Yeah,
I would like
the
that.
bias might be. Yeah,
Pretty big buyout,
I
but
would
yeah.
have loved that honestly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So that's just a rumor, but something kind of like confirming is that Takoli is out of the team.
I'm pretty sure he's out of the team, right?
Yeah,
Pretty sure,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They've been trying now without him for a while already.
Hmm.
Trying on to a list. Which makes sense though, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, where do you see? Now I think about Havoc. That was he from the Fusion? I think it was.
Havoc? Yeah, it was from the fusion.
Where do you think you see him
It's
going?
there's two places I will say, either Furia or Loud.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like with Loud, it depends.
Wherever
There's a chance
Osboss
like
doesn't go,
I
basically. Yeah.
yeah. because there's a chance that either Aspas or less, one of those two, because like there's conflicts between the like
Players.
13,
Yeah.
the players, and so it's one of those two will be out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Aspas. I'll if I would be me, I'll keep less
Keep
stuff
talking. I
honestly.
need to blow my nose really quick. I don't know. I'm having some allergy reaction. One
Okay,
second. Keep talking
okay,
though.
okay, okay, and then well, so it depends a lot on that. But if Havoc for sure has always been like a really good player, and I remember there was a rumor that he was already trying out with Loud when Aspas was like this whole rumor with this whole inconvenience was going on between them. Havoc was already practicing with Loud, so we'll see because like there's also now that Freya, that there's a Gene,
All
Khalil.
right. Let's grab some extra
All right,
for
so,
tissues too, just in
yeah,
case my
okay,
nose starts acting up again. I'm all good.
okay.
There. All right. Keep going. Keep talking about what
All
you're
right,
talking about.
okay. Yeah, so I was talking about Freya that there's a Gene Quick and Machine were out, so there's
Yeah.
a spot for a duelist, and that's where Havoc can come into.
Havoc.
So, mhm.
I could,
So we'll see. We'll
he's
see what
really
happens with
good.
Freya too.
I
Oh
definitely
yeah,
could see him
he's
in a team coming season. Yeah.
yep. And then well, we have my BR that pretty much everyone is gone besides RM and G.
Yeah. Hopefully
Then
their coach is
yeah,
or the assistant coach is staying in as, but maybe he could return to as a
oh
player.
Tugs, yeah, yeah.
Talks, yeah. That'd be that'd be
Tugs
cool
even
to
I
see.
think so, yeah. It was another
Nice
knife.
knife, yeah. I was about to say. Oh no, Ale.
Yeah.
Bye bye. There you are.
There you go.
All right, but
And then yeah, so there's a rumor that they've been trying out with some of the union players, players from
hopefully it's not
Zero Zero Nation, and
the bad union
it's not them.
players.
It's yeah, it's the body players. No, it's not them. Nobody likes them.
Dude, they're gonna get booed if they come to the Riot Arena. Everybody's gonna boo them.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody's gonna
Trust.
boo them.
Look. I feel even Riot wouldn't allow that though.
I don't think they would. No.
I don't. Yeah, yeah,
So
they
happy they
wouldn't.
didn't make partnership. I'm
Yeah.
so happy. I'm so happy.
I know, I know, I know. I know. Me too. When they lost, though, I was so happy.
I was too. I'm also like, we're
Yeah,
guaranteed for
and
a NA slot in Ascension or
oh yeah,
the league. Yeah, yeah. Like
yeah,
yes,
for
let's go.
Ascension.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure. Um, but yeah, okay.
yeah. So,
Um,
so the, all right. Well, and then
start
which
getting
one you
to
want to talk about first?
NA stuff then. Stuff for sure. Which NA?
We have two more teams.
Is it only 100 years in Cloud9?
Yeah, I mean, EG. I don't think
Yeah,
they're gonna make any changes unless gets buyout. That's the only reason.
I doubt it. I doubt it's gonna happen.
I doubt it too.
I think they want to stick. They have a
Everyone
pretty
is
good
broke though
formula.
right now. Yeah,
I do not want
yeah.
more bios to
Everyone is broke
happen
though. So.
or the split up like loud and optic as
Oh yeah.
an artist. X, whatever.
Energy aspas.
Yeah. You know, people don't realize that for like Sentinels, you cannot have Ospas on Sentinels because of the fact that he's Brazilian, and so having three Brazilians would make it a Brazilian team technically, and
It doesn't.
Sentinels, you cannot have another Brazilian team. It has to be you have to have yeah. Anyways,
It does. You know. Yeah. All right. Which one you want to talk first?
let's go with Cloud9 and then segment into 100 Thieves because
Oh
they're
wait, we also
revolving
have
their.
energy. Then
Oh yeah, right.
we leave energy at the end. I feel that's the biggest though.
Yeah, let's leave energy for the end. So let's
Okay.
talk about
All right.
Cloud9, which will then segment into Hundred Thieves about in the
100
same
tips.
dilemma. Um,
Yeah. So so it's confirmed that well Cloud9 they were offering to pay the minimum of the league, which is like 5 or 6K a month.
let's talk about
Uh
just MCE and Jakey. They're the only ones basically
yeah.
starting next year. The reason why is money issues. We all know this. It's money issues. We're gonna get a
It's
little bit more
money. Yeah,
into
yeah.
what those money issues exactly are, and how it's gonna affect the team. So yeah, keep going, LA, on what you were saying.
And so that's pretty much like MC and Jake were staying. They're all staying, and then I know they were trying out with rookies. So we'll see. I mean, MC is well known to building a
Like,
rookie team and bring it to the top.
imagine seeing
Get
another Cloud
ready with
Nine
the
run
guard.
from
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
I mean,
Crazy.
yeah, yeah, sure.
I feel like they'll do good, but not as like 7-1 team.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Wait,
they'll
wasn't
go
it 8-1?
more.
No, wait, it was.
No, 7-1 because eight
It was
games.
8-1. Oh, okay,
Um,
it's true.
but yeah, so I think they'll probably be more like a 4-4 team, I guess. Next.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, so
and
money
then
issues are the main thing for them. They're gonna be getting more rookie players, and this is kind of it's not really the same necessarily with Hundred Thieves. But it does come down to money. Um, people always say this about Cloud9 about money issues, but I don't think people are realizing that Hundred Thieves have some issues too. Um, and
yeah,
we could see potentially the same thing happen with Hundred Thieves. We don't really know anything about their roster, but this um this hit to their amount of pay that all these players are going to be receiving throughout all the leagues gonna be pretty big, and more than likely going to hit Cloud9 and the Hundred Thieves the hardest. And Hundred Thieves, we,
yeah.
for example, could probably just only see Cryo maybe, for example, next year on the team. I doubt that's going to happen,
So
but
I doubt it too.
um, it's a possibility. And it's the reason being because Hundred Thieves and Cloud9 are both linked to the Silicon Valley Bank, if I'm correct. Yeah. Is there? Do you know any more
Yeah,
info on that,
and
LA? Silicon Valley
well, I
Bank
know
stuff.
they have. Yeah, so from what I know is that they have all their money invested on the Silicon Valley
Yeah.
Bank. And when the whole thing happened, that he went to bankruptcy and like they broke pretty much, it really affect their team, the 100 Chiefs and Cloud9 because they didn't get their money back. So they're pretty much working with the minimum, and that's why they're like paying like the minimum to the players.
Crazy. It'd be kind of weird, like not seeing like, for example, Asuna on Hundred Thieves next year. Like he's
Oh
like the
yeah.
tens of Hundred Thieves, basically. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah. So Silicon Valley Bank, um, basically being a big factor on if we're gonna see the players from Hundred Thieves and Cloud9 return next year. All right.
Yeah.
As for last
All right.
NRG,
As for that, for the least energy.
I don't know if I want to talk about this. You talk about this, bro.
Okay, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. So with energy, well, we all knew artist was out, and then yeah, and then some and FNS they confirmed on stream that they were out and they were looking for to build a new team. So they just pretty much use Crashes and Victor staying on the team,
But
and now, but
but
there's a huge rumor going around that all of them are out. That Crashes and Victor are also out of the team.
so yeah, which sucks because I'm a Crashy stan. He's like basically my favorite player from
Yeah.
out of all the players because I've met him so many times and he recognizes me sometimes, which is actually really cool. Or he does recognize me whenever I say hi to him, which it's cool. When players do recognize you. So I'm kind of sad, honestly. It's gonna sound kind of weird, but I want Crashies and Victor to stay, so I don't regret spending $100 on this jersey at Champions. All right, I
I
I
told I
I need
told you
to
to
keep.
sell it.
Shut up, bro.
I told you at that moment to sell
You're
it.
not talking. I wore it during the Zeta game, and I got some cool pictures with it. And I won some like free keycaps as well because
That's
I was
true.
wearing the jersey. I think, but yeah,
That's true.
um, it's not all bad, but I mean like, please for the love of God, Crashies. If you're listening, if you're watching this right now, please stay on energy, please. Um, but yeah,
Just did it for the homie.
so kind of the reason why I'm hearing this is I've been hearing some rumors that FNS has been having a little bit of or there's been a little bit of tension between FNS and Crashies and Victor, and he doesn't want to be a part of it anymore. So what I'm figuring is we will probably see an iteration, at least a player or two from this year's energy on next year's team, but I do not see it as I see it as either Crashies and Victor are staying on the team or FNS and Salma are staying on the team. It's gonna be one of those two duos.
Oh, that could be two actually. I didn't tell about it.
So I'm hoping for the Crouches and Victor
Or
side,
pictures.
please. Um,
Yeah.
but if it's not, yeah.
And then well,
We'll see though
yeah,
how that all develops.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah, and well, yeah, and it was leaked that they were trying with Marp and Tex.
yeah. I don't think many people
So
know about that yet. It'd be kind of
I don't
cool
think.
to like. Imagine having like Crashies, Victor, Chet, and Marv, on the team.
Be crazy.
So we would
Yeah,
still
and
technically have a
also
core, but just no FNS, which is kind of weird to say.
no FNS. Yeah.
Wow.
Now I wonder where Jay will go though.
Oh.
Jay to China?
Oh my gosh. No.
Trying to learn Chinese, buddy.
I'm gonna learn Chinese. I don't
I
know.
mean, look, where you? I mean, honestly, where will you go? Like, I'm if you're Jay, you don't want to get paid a minimum, even though he said it though. I'm sure he's not gonna.
Yeah, I don't think he is, even though
You
he
want to
said it.
get
I
yeah,
think it's more
yeah.
just like luring these
Expectation, yeah, yeah.
the
Like
orgs in. I mean,
yeah,
and then he drops
yeah.
the truth
So
like, "I got you." Now this is actually how much I want.
I got you. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I remember hearing that there were a couple NA players trying out on the MEA because they weren't paying like pretty well, like 10K something stuff like that. So we'll see what happens if like some of the players that end up leaving over there.
All right, yeah. I think. Is there anything else that we need to talk about before I hand off?
Oh yeah, well one thing to is all the guard players that been trying on different teams. There's a chance those might stay on the guard. It depends on what happens with Riot and what their decision is at the end. Because like I know for the rule was they need to keep at least three other players to keep that spot.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if that applies with them because they are free agents and they're looking for a new a new org. So nobody knows it's up to them or it's up to a new org if they want to sell them.
It's something that we're gonna see with time. Like
So
that's
that'll be
it's just that's definition of uncertainty right there. Like we will not know for
oh
a
yeah,
while. I feel like we'll see. Um,
we'll see.
but yeah, sorry guys about this like not being a full episode and with everybody and not as much funny jokes thrown in. But hopefully you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed this recap of the third episode of the HardStuck podcast. Yeah, this has been
Ooh,
me, Huntus, and Ale. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we see you guys on the fourth episode, which is sooner or later, and we'll see you guys then. Thank you. Bye.
we'll see one. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.